and I just wanted to come up here and talk about something that really like hit me hard last night. So I said this in a previous video, but 2025 I made the decision to become celibate, and to be honest with you, it's one of the best decisions that I have made for myself. Not because I dislike sex, but because I realized a lot of emotions that I didn't like were coming up. So, first of all, I am 39 years old. I don't have any children. I'm not married or anything. I'm currently not in any relationship. Actually, I was talking to somebody, and I had to retract myself because the thought of having sex in the future, my initial goal for my celibacy was to not have sex for a year, and I'm already 10 and a half months in. But just looking at everything right now, I am totally realizing that sex for the future, I don't think that's going to be happening. You know, there's some emotions around that whole sex thing that really like triggers me. And to be honest with you, like, I used to have casual sex. I lost my virginity young. I was just giving out my energy, like, you get energy, you get energy, you get energy, you get energy. Like, I was just giving it out, and you know. And 2025, I really made that decision not to do it anymore. So 2024, I actually was celibate for 6 months, and I broke my celibacy for somebody, with somebody. And I'm glad that I did it, and also a little annoyed with myself that I did do it. So for obvious reasons, you know why I would be annoyed with myself. But for the reasons of being proud of myself for doing it, or okay with myself, or accepting of myself that I did do it, it was done in a relationship that brought focal point to certain things that are important to me in relationships that I wasn't getting from this individual, right? And I guess as I watch this video back over, I can talk about those things in another video. But right now, me breaking my celibacy with that person in 2024, one night we were being intimate, and I just stopped and walked away mid-hump. I just stopped mid-hump and went for a walk right after. And that's how I knew I needed to stop having sex. I kid you not. I stopped mid-hump. Get off of me. Repulsed. Okay? Repulsed. But I didn't stop having sex with this individual because the situation was that we were in the process of getting to know each other and stuff like that. And this relationship, it really highlighted a lot of things for me that I was going through internally that I didn't even know that I needed to pay attention to, right? And it was funny because his name was the same as mine, the male version of my name, and it was just like a reflective mirror, I guess, right? And mid-hump, and he was upset with me, but like, to be honest with you, I really didn't care. I really didn't care how he felt. I really didn't care what he was thinking. I just knew I needed to stop that act at that moment, right? And being celibate right now for the past 10 months is like, I needed that break. I needed to take a moment for myself. I needed to stop giving out my energy. You know, everybody's talking about call your energy back to you and stuff like that. It's giving me the energy to start coming up here and talking about things and stuff like that. I keep looking at my hair because I'm in the process of taking out these little twisties, and I'm not enjoying them the way I want to enjoy them. Side note. But the way your mind really rewires when you're celibate, you know, you start to really start understanding the purpose of certain things, right? Or you start really questioning the purpose of why are you having sex. You don't love that person. You go to take a nap. If you're tired, go take a nap. You can't sleep, go for a walk. You know what I mean? Take some deep breaths. You know, you horny, go read a book. You know, go do something productive. Put that energy towards something productive, right? At least you went to the gym. At least you did this, or at least you did that and stuff like that. At least you did that. Take that energy. But because it's so addictive, right? So addictive to the validation, to the attention, to the support, or you know, you just need something to pass the time. You don't know how to be by yourself. You don't know how to be alone. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it's like it's addictive to seek validation from somebody, to be around someone, to, you know, have that attention and talk to someone one-on-one. But as I've gone through my healing journey, because this is what this channel is about, is healing from the mother wound, or healing from trauma, healing from not knowing yourself, healing from not having a relationship with yourself, all of those, you know, inconsistencies that you have with yourself, the biggest betrayal of not loving yourself, your temple, your body, your whole being and stuff like that. You know, just coming back to yourself, you know, taking time off to stop giving yourself to everybody and just come back, you know. And it's addictive. It's addictive when you don't have a relationship with yourself. It's addictive when you don't like to be by yourself. It's addictive. You know what I mean? It's addictive. Like, oh my God, I'm by myself. It's Friday night and I don't have nobody to talk to. I don't have nobody to chill with. I don't have nobody to do anything with, right? Because once you stop having sex, once you stop having sex, to be honest with you, you're going to get to a point where you stop explaining yourself to people. You stop telling people why you're not having sex. I'm not arguing with nobody at this point. Listen, you want to hang? I'm going to tell you straight up. Don't try anything, because nothing is going to happen, because my celibacy is stamped right here. Stamped. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I used to love having sex. Why? Because I didn't have a grip on myself. You know, my mother abandoned me, started questioning why you don't love me, why you don't care for me, you know what I mean? Just why, you know, why? You know, how could you turn your back on me? How could you leave me? How could you do all of these things to me? And now I'm out here seeking high and low for attention and validation from people that don't even care about me. I had to come to terms with that. Like, yo, like, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, why are you having sex? You don't love these people. This is not your husband. You're not trying to procreate or anything like that. So why are you having sex? Because that's the purpose of sex. The purpose of sex is procreation and pleasure with your spouse, the person you marry, the person your God ordained person, spouse, that person. That's what sex is for. That's what sex is for. And a lot of people don't use sex for that. Use it as an outlet because they're stressed from work. They use it for an outlet because they're by themselves. This is a lonely ass world, generation and everything like that. A lot of people are very lonely. And until you know how to detach and fill your own cup, You will not be able to get by because you always seeking people validation. You always seeking attention. You're always seeking things. I remember when I was younger, because I've always been by myself, but I was low key always at any guy that I was talking to beck and call. I was always at his call. You good? We coming over? Da, da, da. You know what I mean? And I was always like that for years, like in my 20s. Like, I didn't care. Just wanted to have sex. And to be honest with you, I wasn't even fulfilled. Like, I wouldn't be like, you know, I just be like, okay, bye. There was no fulfillment. There was no actual, like, I want to keep him around because the sex is so good. It was just like, I'm just here, like, on some robotic shit, seeking validation and seeking attention and seeking to be around somebody. Oh, I'm going somewhere, or I'm taking an Uber, I'm coming through, and this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? It was starting to get sickening before I actually stopped. Like, in my 33, 34, you know, I went to LPN school. I slowed down. That's when I started to slow down, like around LPN school. And I really started to, like, start getting grips on myself and, like, you know, chill out. You know, here and there. It was very subtle and stuff like that. But then once I came out of LPN school, it's very subtle. Once in a while, until I met somebody that was rocking my freaking world. You feel me? It was rocking my world. And I was just like, this is nice. This is cool. But I know this is not going to be long term, because this is not what I actually need in a relationship. And that's the only thing that he can supply me with, is that. But I don't want that on a regular basis. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in that type of energy on a regular basis. Like, that's not it. You know, it was like a stressful thing because his attention wasn't on me. And let me just talk about that. I learned to detach my emotions while in relationships with guys, because there was no love, there was no future, there was no idea of, oh, we're gonna get married and do this and this and the third. So I've always detached myself. But then again, I didn't want my emotions to be played with, right? And because I didn't want my emotions to be played with, I was able to, like, I was able to be, like, very nonchalant in these relationships. Like, I'm not giving you my heart because I know there's nothing there, but I can give you my vagina. I can give you that. But my heart is a whole totally different thing. You know what I mean? And then as I've gone through my celibacy, I realized that my heart and my vagina are connected. So therefore, if there's no love, if there's no connection, if there's no desires to move forward in life and, you know, do great things together and stuff like that, then I don't want to be a part of it. This is the first time, like, I'm actually talking about this, but I want to put it up here on the camera and talk about it on this channel, because my healing journey eventually led me to becoming celibate, because I realized I can't give my energy and try to heal my energy at the same time. I need my energy to heal. I need my energy to heal. You know what I'm saying? I need that. I need that. I need all the sources. I need all the energy that I've given out all these years to come back to me and renew me and refreshen me and make me feel young again. Because now, right now, as I've gone through my healing journey, like, I realize how gross people actually are. Right? I mean, I've met 4 men. 4 men that I had to tell to go bathe. And that bothers me, because I'm just like, I'm not trying to be in no mother mode when I'm dealing with a man moving forward. Listen, I'm trying to be in princess mode moving forward, okay? I may not look like a little princess to you, but my heart, this Pop-Tart right here, gushy in the middle, princess mode, okay? I want to be loved correctly. And my last relationship, he taught me that I wasn't asking for consideration. I wasn't asking for dependency. I wasn't asking for loyalty. I wasn't asking for the type of man that I actually want. So I kept getting these type of men that I didn't actually want, right? You see? So the last guy that I was talking to about up to a week ago, I stopped talking. No, a couple days ago, I stopped talking to him. We were only talking for 3 months. And I realized that he was the fourth man that I had to tell to go take a shower. And I'm just like, what is the problem? You know? And a lot of men, they really hide the fact that they are depressed, that they're going through things. They're going through shit. And they don't know how to go through it. So they're trying to hide behind a relationship and thinking that they're a good fit for a relationship. But then when you look close, when you really look close, and this is why it's important not to have sex in relationships, because you need your eyes to be able to see everything that's going on with this individual. You know, it's really serious. You know, you need to be able to see everything, because you're supposed to see certain things at certain times, and when that happens, that's when you're supposed to exit left. When you see certain things that you don't want to deal with, you have to be honest with yourself, right? So the last time that I seen him, I had left him Sunday, and no sex, okay? I promise you, no sex. And I realized that he wasn't bathing, like 2-3 days not bathing and stuff like that. So the last day that we were together, he was walking me to the train station, and he had just got up out of the bed and put on his clothes and sat down and waited for me to get ready. So I was like, you're not gonna brush your teeth and wash your face? He's like, no, I'm gonna do that when I come back. And I was just like, I don't think you heard me. You're not gonna brush your teeth and wash your face? He's like, I'm gonna do it when I come back. He was like, I'm gonna go brush my teeth. So I was like, okay. So when we go to the train station now, and the train comes and I go to go give him a kiss, big old booger crust in his eye and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I'm not telling a grown man anything at this moment no more, because guess what? I am nobody's mother. Nobody came out of my vagina, so therefore I'm not going into mother mode for any man. I'm not doing that, you know? So this is why it's important for you to be very honest with yourself and what you want in a spouse. And you can't do that if you're giving your energy to everybody, because everybody's going to look like candy wrapped in gold. Willy Wonka. Okay? So you have to be very vigilant in these times, because a lot of things is happening. A lot of people are playing with witchcraft. A lot of people want to see you downfall. A lot of people don't like themselves. You have to be careful. It's not like back in the days no more. People are very sneaky and doing shit. Like, look at these bitches out here putting period blood in niggas' spaghetti to have them sprung. And this is why niggas is killing bitches, because the spell goes wrong. You know, you doing dumb shit and you getting dumb prizes. You know, a lot of people, when I hear stories about women are being unalived by their men and stuff like that, because that man was being too sweet to you, you gave up the JJ. Now you clank down, because he done played whatever game he played on you. Sex is very spiritual, very spiritual. This man wrote a book. He wrote a book. And a lot of people don't know about shit that's happening in the sex. And I think it's very important that you read up on sex. And if you're having anything that you're doing in this world, you need to read up on it. You need to read up on it. Why are you having sex? What is the purpose of you actually having sex with somebody if you're not married? And if you're not happy in the marriage, why are you even there? You know what I'm saying? Why are you even there? When too often people are thinking with their genitals and not realizing that their genitals is getting them in trouble. You have to be careful in these times. You have to be careful in these times. You have to be. You have to be. Now I kind of like it. I took out all of these yesterday. This is all the hair that came out, shed hair and everything like that. Now I kind of like it. But I want some blonde braids right now. I'll sit down another week and do it again if I want to, because that's the type of love I have for my hair. But my hair has been growing really nice and healthy and stuff like that because I've just been pouring into myself since I stopped having sex. Just been pouring into myself, loving on myself. Currently in a city that my 18-year-old self told me, go live, go be there, go chill out there, go see the vibes, go see how you feel, go see if you want to make out there a life, you know, go be happy, you know, not at the expense of another person or anything like that. Go make yourself happy, go do what makes you happy without having to have a focal point on, I need sex like a freaking robot. Sex is nice. I ain't gonna hold you. Sex is nice. But you want to enjoy it because that's what it is. It's pleasure, right? What's the definition of pleasure? Sex is pleasure. Enjoyment, satisfaction, will, choice, pleasurable, giving pleasure, pleasant, pleasing, agreeable, please, like, be willing, pleasance, delight, pleasure ground. So pleasure is something to be happy about. And if you're having sex and you're not even happy, let me tell you something. A lot of men only last like 2 minutes sexually. And that's not even enough for a woman to get stimulated, especially women now, because that's the thing is women are not having orgasms now. Why? Because we're not being stimulated enough, right? And that's why you need to stop having sex, because once you stop having sex, you could desensitize the body now, right? Start getting comfortable within yourself. Start getting comfortable within your sexuality. Start getting comfortable. Learn your body, know your body, and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you DJ, chill out on the DJing for a little while. Allow your body to become sensitive. Allow it to just relax. You know? You don't always have to turn to sex. Learn how to deep breathe down into the vagina. Learn how to stimulate your, to stimulate your body with other things. It's like you're on a freaking constant high. There's a lot of men that just, they be on top of you like, and their mind is like rock solid. Their body is stiff. Their muscles is, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Learn how to be fluid now. This is why healing is very important. Because if you're looking for your husband, you don't let your husband work too hard to please you. Your body should be relaxed when you're with your husband, or relaxed when you're with your wife. Okay? You want to be relaxed in your next relationship that's leading to marriage. You don't want to have to get into a relationship and you got to fight through all of these things. Like, a lot of women are infertile. I have PCOS, right? We're infertile, so you can start doing certain things for your body so that when it comes time for that person, his sperm doesn't have to fight too much. If you're still eating chicken wings and still eating all these horrible foods and doing all of this craziness to your body, I'm not saying this is the only reason why you're infertile, but you can aid your body. As long as the body sees that you're trying to do certain things, your body is willing to work with you, right? I stopped eating meat about 4 years now, and I noticed that I'm starting to ovulate now. You know, you can tell by the cervical discharge and stuff like that. You can tell, you know what I mean? I know it's the changes that are going, my body's going through and stuff like that, because I was told to stop eating meat. And because I stopped eating meat, the body wants to do what it needs to do, because obviously the meat was causing inflammation to my body, right? So you have to start learning how to desensitize the body, stop the body from reacting in a certain way because certain things don't agree with you, right? And you don't want to get into a relationship where you can't be pleased. Stop DJing. That rose is causing people to go to the hospital, and it's too difficult. It's too difficult now. It's too difficult. Just stop. Just stop, especially if you're not enjoying sex. Stop it. Stop. Just be celibate. Allow your body to rest now. Allow it to just relax in its own ambiance, its own ways. Drink a cup of tea, relax. Hot water, take hot water bath. Relax. Magnesium, relax. Relax. Our lives were just like a freaking electric shock, like just a lot going on, only to realize that your life didn't have to be that way. We did things because we thought we had to have people in our lives, and you don't really need nobody, to be honest with you. I believe that once you start having people in your life, that's when things start getting chaotic in your life. And once you realize that, you really learn how to let go. Really know how to let go. So my celibacy journey is perfect for me. It's what I needed for my sanity, what I needed to make myself feel comfortable, what I needed to make myself feel stronger, because I'm able to say no. I'm able to say, listen, this is what I want from what I don't want. That's another perk. Like, you get to stand strong in your boundaries. I may not be the cutest thing, but I got boundaries. You feel me? Like, I got boundaries. Like, I don't want to put myself in certain situations just not to be liked. I'll tell a guy quick, no, I'm good. Fast. I'm not wasting my time no more on certain things that don't make me happy. Like, if I gotta come over there and fight you off because you don't want to hear, I could tell y'all about that another day. I had so many situations like that, and I'm just like, okay, maybe these people just don't have the self-control that I have, so therefore I gotta stay clear out the way. Clear out the way. Don't even talk to me. Don't even say nothing to me. You feel me? Don't even say nothing to me. And that's what I'm on right now. Like, I'm on that type of time where I'm like, I don't put myself in certain situations no more. I don't do that no more. So, celibacy, make sure you have a purpose for why you're having sex. A lot of men are starting to realize they don't want to have sex because they're not loved, And a lot of men grew up not being loved forever and a day. And they're finally tired. You know what I mean? They're finally tired. Like, I'm tired of not being loved. I'm tired of not having somebody care about me. I'm tired of somebody using me. I'm tired. Like, you know what I mean? And I hope you are tired too if you're still having sex and you're not married, or you're not satisfied, or you're not whatever your life is about. Like, I hope you get clear on certain things when it comes to your life, because ain't nothing like realizing you wasted your energy all these years. So that's me. Peace.